Okay.
Everyone, welcome back to D&D Slade's World. With your host, Slade. I'm playing as Cedric the Bear. Sounds like this. But I'll probably mix up the voice with my other character, Tom McGraw, who's more of a cowboy type person. Then we got Foreign Fireforge, played by...
Hello, I am James, also known as Thorn Fireforge.
And we have Miss Goatwatcher, played...
Well, I'm John, and I'm with Miss Goat Watcher.
And we have Melek the Goliath, played by...
Nick, playing as Malik.
Yeah.
I forgot the last fucking name.
You know, I'm not even worried about it. All right. So last time we left off, we just kind of we explored the world of Crazy Slade while heading towards the kingdom, and now we have arrived at the kingdom that I quickly drew because I only had a spare moment of time. Anyways,
Not
yeah.
good though.
So we walk into the town after experiencing the traumatic Dargan explosions and everything we love and know be torn away. And you guys see a tavern. I gotta draw some symbols on these, so give me a second. I'm using my mouse this time because switching between my mouse and my drawing pad is a pain in the ass. So, the art's gonna be very simplistic styled art. So we got the tavern up here.
I like it. I give
Yeah.
you props.
Tavern. This will be
Thorn likes it.
the enchantment shop. I always try to do like a ball of fire for that. This will be like a potion shop. This will be an armory. This will be...
equality.
Yeah, I'm just quickly drawing. I don't care. This will be a weapon shop. I'm just gonna make a little hammer.
I was about to say, just leave it at a machete and it should be good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. And then there are a few other shops that you're not quite sure what they are.
Oh, might I ask what this town is called?
The name of this town?
Yeah.
Your character doesn't know.
Okay.
And the session starts. Everybody, go ahead and do whatever you guys want to do. Cedric's going to be kind of just silently following along. Like, I'll only interject with him with major story plots. Otherwise, I'll just be playing as Tom McGraw. So he's essentially just not there.
Tavern.
Don't worry about him.
I want to go to the tavern.
Alright. So you guys watch as Miss Goatwatcher walks into the tavern. And I'll describe what you see in there in a second. What about everybody else like to do?
Well, I have a question. What am I going to do about my endless mug and my gloves that I left in the other town?
All those items? Just check a weapon shop. Maybe something will happen. You never know. Check the shops. Is all I'm saying. If you have an item that was being worked on, check the shops.
Then I'm going to go to the enchantment shop because hopefully I would have at least let them know, hey, I'm going to the next town over and have it shipped out.
So we watch as Thorin kind of walks over to the enchantment shop. Now, Nick, is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna walk into the bar as well.
Here you go. Uh-oh. Wrong slide. Oh, I drew all those on yours. Great. Well, what I'll do is, I have this fancy function if I ever need it. It's a select tool.
You just drew them all on Nick's. Oh my god.
Look, when you're working with just layers, it's hard. Anyways, there we go. Now that is the town lair. I'm marking these as I go. That way I know who's who. But now I should be able to move the Goliath with no issue. Awesome. So you're going to walk into the tavern as well. And you watch Tom McGraw go into the armor shop down here. Okay, so we're gonna start off with John and Nick here, Miss Goat Watcher and the Goliath. So as you guys enter the bar, go ahead and make a perception check.
Got it. $15.
All right, and Nick.
28.
All right, what was your natural roll, Nick?
11.
18.
Okay, I was just making make sure you call it if you get a natural 20.
Yeah.
So you guys walk into the bar, and let me see if I can do some things here. Just throw in one of those, so I can draw what you're going to see in case you guys start to explore or walk around. So you see a couple of tables, like
What, do we both see this or just Nick?
so you both see there are a couple of tables.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
There's a bar right here with little doors right here. And it's kind of sectioned out with two different pieces of wood you kind of see over here. And then there is a wall that goes across here. And that actually has to do.
So
Well,
every
actually, no.
block is 5 feet, right?
Yeah, every big block is 5 feet. It has 5 little squares in it, actually. Hilariously.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys got some room. And then there are like little booth tables, and I'm just gonna draw them as like covered little blocks, and use the edges as seats. And there are some windows you guys see also in the walls, which I'm not going to draw because fuck that. You just kind of see like a
Yeah.
half booth over here. Like this is a halfie, which I'll draw as like an over bank. Okay, so and also Nick, you noticed that there is a man over here in the fucking half booth by the wall. And both of you also see that there are stairs that go up to the rooms and shit like that. And I'm not good. So, yeah, that's what you guys see. And there's also a barkeeper and a few other people at the seats. Hold on. And... well, I don't want that. I want this. And I want... gotta do a bit more drawing. Sorry. Gotta add some people in here.
Very good.
So see these guys kind of all just betting over here at this table. There's somebody drinking over here. There's like 2 people sharing this table as they discuss and have a good old time. And only Nixie's the shady guy in the fucking corner. And there's,
Okay.
of course, the bartender.
Male or female?
She is a female.
Okay.
And she just kind of tends the bar.
You're sure she's not a man?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's a female. There you go.
Only one with a face. The bartender.
Yeah. So that's what you guys see. Nick, what would you like to do since you got the higher perception roll?
I'm gonna go sit at the end of the table that has one person on it. And
So you're
like,
gonna-
lick his hand.
So you're gonna.
One
S-
toward-
so you're sitting in the booth with him?
No.
Oh, wrapped the wrong layer. There we go. So you're sitting
No, he's talking
here
about the
or
one to his
here?
Left.
I don't know where my character went.
You're in the middle. You're by the booth. You're by the
Okay,
bar.
One sec. My phone's currently not that way, so I can't see the whole thing. Okay,
here.
there we are.
So where would you
Okay,
like
I'll
to
just
go?
go to the freaking counter then.
All right, so you're gonna sit on one of the bar stools. There are bar stools right by the counter. I'm not gonna draw them because they look exactly like people. And you just walk up to the bar and sit down, or what are you doing?
I'll sit down and order beer.
All right, so you go up to the barkeep and you're like, "I'd like a beer." She's like, okay. What kind?"
I was kind of expecting you to say,
thing.
"What the fuck's a beer?"
What was
We
that?
have
Your
only
mother's
ale.
beer, James.
What was
I
that,
was
Nick?
about
What
to
did
say-
you want to order?
The cheapest.
Oh,
Ale.
okay. And she grabs a beer mug and fills it up with one of the barrels on tap. And she puts a beer mug in front of you full of some beer. You're not entirely sure what it is. You know it's cheap. And
I'm
she
down.
she tells you it'll cost you about 50 silver.
He goes silent.
Sir,
Beer.
payment?
This goes completely silent.
It's like, I have no
Fif-
money.
50 silver. Fuck.
You guys do know that 1 gold is equal to 100 silver, right?
2 drinks. Yeah.
I
we
do.
know.
I do.
I do.
Yeah, that's how it works in this world. We're not going by standard D&D rules. We're going by fucking World of Warcraft currency rules because fuck you.
What's
don't blame you.
standard D&D?
It's
Oh,
copper, silver, electrum, gold, platinum.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is Nick still in call?
Nick kept joining and leaving.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna call him
I
back.
think he got kicked.
Nobody here kicked him.
No,
I think
like,
its
his
phone
phone.
kicked him.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe it's because it's so slow.
Most
Yeah.
likely.
Maybe you should be using the Xbox instead
Like we've told him.
because it
Good
works. Although he has to use a shitty mic for that.
Yeah.
He uses the exact same mic.
Oh, he's super robotic.
Yay.
I'm robotic, huh?
Okay, now you're a little less robotic. So what do you say to the tavern keeper after they tell you 50 silver?
Oh, you might. Did you hear that 100 or 1 gold piece equals 100 silver?
Yeah. Corey told us this a long time ago.
No, it's 10 silver. 10 silver equals 1 gold in original D&D.
Oh.
Well, that's the same fucking thing anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so she says 50 silver.
Okay, so I give her 50 silver, I guess. I'll see
Alrighty.
if I have it.
I mean, if you have 1 gold, you have it.
Looks at bank account.
Okay, I'll
Has
just give her a gold then. I didn't know if I had silver or not, so.
She takes the silver from you and's like, all right, just one moment for your change. She walks over and she grabs 50 silver out of a drawer and hand it back to you.
So 50 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you
So
take a drink?
I down the ale then.
You down the
Yeah.
entire thing.
Yes.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let's just save. So I got 24.
All right, so you barely make it, and you down this thing. You're like, whoa, okay. If I do that again, I might get extremely drunk. And so you're feeling a little tipsy.
Okay, I'm gonna buy another one.
You buy another one. That'll be 50 silver.
Okay, give her the 50 silver that she gave me.
Right, she refills your mug.
This time
Places
I'll just
it back
take a
in front of
drink.
you.
I won't down it this time.
You take a sip.
Yes.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, 16.
You make it fine.
Okay.
All right. Now, we're going to go over to you, John. John, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go to the bar just like Nick.
Yogi dogie. Where the fuck is my mouse? Where the fuck is my mouse? There we go. Sorry, that took me a moment. Grab that. So do you sit? Where do you go where do you go for the bar? Like, where do you go to sit?
Well, if my phone will load the map, I could tell you.
Okay, let me just tell you, there are 3 spaces to the west. There are 5 open spaces to the south, and then there are 3 open spaces to the east. Nick is currently sitting in the third to the east spot.
Put me the furthest from him.
Okay. So you sit on the side of the bar, and the bartender kind of gives you a weird look and walks over. What can I do for you?
I want a sandwich, please.
All right. That'll be 5 gold.
I give her 5 gold.
She comes back after a while, and you have a sandwich on your table.
I'm gonna take a bite.
You take a bite out of the sandwich, and it's pretty good. You can taste some ham used in there and some cheese that was, made maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. So it's aged pretty well. It's a pretty good sandwich.
I'm just gonna eat that fucker.
Okay, so you're gonna spend your time eating that. James, we're moving on to
Yeah.
you, and you were headed to the enchantment shop. So let me just create another layer for the enchantment shop's innards.
Oh yay!
And so you see like a bunch of display cases. Actually, make a perception roll.
All right, let me grab my dice. Let's grab this one. It's not too good. That is 14 altogether.
Okay, so you said 14 altogether.
Yep.
All right, so you see some display cases, and you see some cool looking items in them. All that kind of stuff. And you see an older man kind of just sitting over at the enchantment shop. He's got a really young face though, but he's super old. Like he has like maybe a couple of hairs. He's a pretty old guy. And he looks kind of grumpy, but he looks at you and kind of grins. What can I do for you, sir?
I don't know if you got the memo or the items, but I had some items shipped over to here from the town over.
Oh, yes, we did get a couple of packages. Could you tell me your name?
The name is Thorin Fireforge.
All right, and he walks into the back, and you see him walk through that back door you see in the top left corner. And after a moment, he comes back out with a box made of just like some wood. Just like a wooden crate, basically. Comes out and he pries open the top off of that. And he looks in. Ah, yes, the mug. This is what you were after, right?
There should also be some gloves in there.
Ah, yes, and the gloves. Let me go see. And he kind of digs around, and he pulls those out and puts them on the table as well. And he closes the box, and he sets it to the side of the counter.
Alright, yeah.
By the way, are you just asking all of this from across the way?
Kind of. I'm kind of shy.
And you're like,
And then I kind
you
of-
just been sitting back there. So the shopkeeper looks at you and he's like, is everything okay there? Can I help you?
Yeah, sorry. I'm kind of not used to talking to people. I shyly walk up.
Okay. So you walk up and you see your gloves and the mug sitting on the table in front of you. Like, are these your items?
Yes, they are.
All right. And he's like, here you go. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Not today, sir. Thank you.
All right. And you walk out. And so I'm going to quickly cut over to my character, Tom McGraw. And, yeah. Which means I have to make another new layer and draw this shop for when you guys inevitably go into it as well, because I don't really need to see it because I have it in my mind already. So, this is the armor shop. And I'm just going to draw this real quick, then I'll roll. There's a back door here. There's another counter here. That goes there. That goes there. And there's like some items on the wall or something. It's just like armor cases, just like line the walls. Like, dupe. No, so those kind of line up from the door. and just kind of end abruptly at the counter. And I see the guy there. He kind of looks like he's a pretty young guy. He's got a bit of scruff, but he's pretty cool. Human, well, normal human male. So I walk up to him like, "Excuse me, sir. There might be a package for me from the other armor shop that's just across the way. I know they do the shipments of items." He goes, "Ah, yes. What's your name, sir?" I'm like, well, my name is Tom McGraw." He's like, "Oh, okay.
Your video.
I don't know that name, but I'm sure there might be a package for you. I think I may have read that once. Let me go back and find out." So he scuttles into the back room, and he pulls out a very similar looking crate
Okay.
to what James had seen. It's just a wooden crate. So he places it on the counter, and I look over at it. He's like, "All right, and you said your name was what again?" Tom McGraw." And he pries open the lid, and he starts searching. He pulls out my cloak. Like my fucking poncho. I'm like, "Oh, thank you, sir." He's like, "Yeah." And he kind of like just hands it to me. "Was there anything else, by the way?" "No, that's it. Mind if I ask you a quick question?" "Sure." "That box. You had to ask my name before you opened that, right?" "Yep." "Why'd you have to ask it again? Wouldn't you already know that that's my box?" "Oh, no, these are magical boxes that every shop carries. And if you get an item worked on, and you're not there in time for it to finish, and you visit another town, then they'll always just put it in this box, and it's universally shared between stores, but it's always locked to your name." "Oh, that's mighty interesting. Thank you, sir." And I take my poncho, and I just kind of exit. "Have an excellent day." "You too." And I start heading towards the tavern. Now, James, what would you like to do?
I shall head back to the tavern.
Okay, so we're going to meet up for that. And as we're heading back to the tavern, Nick, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
Gonna do what tomorrow?
Oh, I was talking to no one. Sorry.
Oh.
And make sure you mute your mic if you're talking out of call. Anyways,
Yeah,
Nick, what would you like to do?
I don't know. Did I drink it all while you guys were taking your turns, or?
Yeah, you were sipping on it. Make a quick Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 23.
You make it pretty easily. It's pretty good if you just, kind of drink it at a good pace. And, John, you also finish your sandwich, just so you know. Nick, is there anything you'd like to do?
I guess order some food as well. I'm gonna say I'm hungry.
Okay. So, she asks you, what would you like to have today?
What's on the menu?
She looks over, she kind of flips through and grabs this little, kind of like a book, but it's more like a leather scrapbook. Nothing that was, super hard to make. And she places the book in front of you. Would you like to read it?
Yep.
Okay, make a intelligence check.
Okay, one sec. Wait for my the slow ass phone to load. Okay. So I got 20, not natural.
All right. So you take a look at it, and you can kind of understand all the words in it, but you're not entirely sure exactly what they are, like a few of them. But you see a couple of sandwiches ranging on there. You see a couple of soups. You see a bunch of fancy looking ones. And you see a bunch of normal looking ones. And the types of sandwiches are what you'd basically see at a sandwich shop nowadays. It's not, nothing out of the ordinary. But there's also this one menu item that you have no idea what it is, but it is a special item of the day.
I'll order that, not knowing what the hell it is.
Ah, a stevia shoe? Alright, we'll get that for you in just one moment, sir. By the way, that'll be 75 gold.
Okay, give her 75 gold.
And so, she takes the 75 gold and she walks over and starts preparing your meal. John, it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
Am I done with my sandwich?
Yes, you finished your sandwich.
Yes, Jen.
I'd like to order another sandwich.
You see that she's currently busy cooking. You can't really ask her right now. Do you call out anyways and ask ask just because, or
I'll wait politely.
all right? So after waiting a bit, she comes and brings Nick's food to him, and you see me and Thorin walk through the doors.
So, is she
And
done cooking?
yeah, so Nick, she comes back with your meal, and you just kind of see this sludgy stew, and you're not too sure if it looks good or not. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna take a bite of it, like use a spoon and eat some of it.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Fuck you, 2 dice. Ugh. Okay. Fuck. I made a whole whopping 8.
So you're eating it, and you can't really taste a whole lot in there, but it tastes pretty good to you, so you keep eating it, and it's quite enjoyable.
Okay. Keep eating. Go to the next person's turn.
All right, and John, now it's your official turn. What would you like to do?
Get a sandwich and 2 ales.
Okay, so she also has the menu out for you, and you're kind of flipping through the sandwiches and ales. Make an intelligence check.
Gotcha. Shit, I don't even know what my intelligence is. Let's see.
By the way, the first sandwich you ordered, I didn't mention this, and I didn't think about mentioning it because I was just kind of caught up in figuring out what everybody was doing. The first sandwich you got, because you ordered just the sandwich, it's a classic like meal at every tavern. The sandwich is bread, meat.
Yes! I rolled a 17.
He rolls 17. Hey, look through the menu. You see a couple of things you don't quite understand, and then you like read this thing that it's a word that starts with S. You're not entirely sure what it means, and it's kind of like jiggly and shit.
I want to look at the sandwiches.
And then there's the sandwiches page. Okay, so you're looking at the sandwiches, and there are a few that call out to you and what your stomach is kind of feeling. You see a turkey sandwich. You see the Gerardo sandwich, which for some reason you know how to read. Don't ask me why. You see the devilish disaster, and then you see the hot and spicy slicey McDicey.
No hot spicy tiefling?
No. What would you like to do?
Devilish disaster.
Huh?
Devilish disaster.
She nods, and she's like, all right, that'll be 75 gold.
Give her 75.
So she takes her 75 gold, and she goes and starts preparing a meal. At this
Don't
point...
forget 2 beers.
Huh?
Don't forget about the 2 beers that ordered
Yeah.
first.
She's gonna pour those after she's done making the sandwich.
Okay.
I mean, you're not just gonna eat them. Yeah, so at this point, me and Thorin walk into the bar. James, go ahead and roll perception. And I'm gonna roll perception as well.
Yeah, dice, fuck you. Apparently falling off. 24.
24. All right. And I get 22. So we both see that Nick and John are sitting where they're sitting, and yeah, what would you like to do?
I asked Tom, do you just want to get a booth or sit at the bar?
Well, everybody else is at the bar for right now. But I'll be checking in with you later. And he kind of, do you see what Tom McGraw kind of head over to this half booth, and you kind of look over at that booth, and you squint a little, and you see this shady looking dude over there. And you see Tom McGraw walking up to him. So what are you doing?
Tom McGraw's just going to go right up to the Goliath.
No, he's not. He's going to go over to the shady man. Why would Tom McGraw go to the Goliath?
Tom McGraw, I meant Too much. Too much Yakuza. Thorin's going to walk over to the fucking Goliath.
You can always say Fireforge. I perfectly take last names. I'm fine with that.
So I think Thornton wants to be like Tom McGraw or something.
So you walk up to the bar, and you notice the barmaid is currently working on a sandwich. And make a perception roll.
21.
Okay, so you just barely get this, by the way. You notice her see, like, a really reddish meat in the sandwich. That then gets covered with another meat that is just kind of normal, like a normal turkey or a ham or something like that. You're not entirely sure what it is because you're not, you're not eating it, you're not tasting it, you can't see. But it has a darker pigment to it. It looks pretty normal. So, yeah. Is there anything you'd like to do right now?
I'm going to patiently wait for her to be done.
Alright. So I'm gonna walk up to the booth. Oh, I still have your layer selected. God damn it. So I walk up to the booth, and I kind of sit down next to the shady-looking guy. So, you got any news for me on, what that king is up to in that other land? He's like, who the fuck are you? Oh, sorry, sir, my apologies, I haven't been to this town before, actually. Uh, I'm Tom McGraw, I'm a local bounty hunter. He's like, okay. I've heard your name go throughout the guild, but it, it was kind of hard to hear. It was in a certain circle. What does that mean? Well, there are a group of mages with us. Underground types. That connect through different worlds. And we gather information on those who we need to, as you know. Like, yeah, sure. Anyways, so about that king I was mentioning, I've heard whispers. I've heard whispers. You don't have to worry about that here, though. That's not going to be a problem. Alrighty. And you see Tom McGraw just kind of nod his hat at the stranger and walk back up over to the bar right next to Nick. Now, Nick, make a perception check with disadvantage.
Because I'm currently stuffing my face.
That and you've
I
drinking.
got a 12.
You got a 12? Okay. So you see me and James sit next to you. And I'm just like, hey.
Hello.
And at this point, John, the barmaid, walks over to you with this very nice, awesome looking sandwich. It's got extremely fresh bread that's soft to the touch, and you could just smell all of the different meats and spices and ingredients, and it is a mouth-watering. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. You got me at a bad time. I'll be there in a second. Here.
Where'd you go?
I went downstairs to help Nolan.
Ah,
Yeah. Okay, I'm back. I fail. Natural 1.
hooray.
So-
Oh, no.
It's just barely exaggerating that you are creating a river in this tavern with all the mouth juices just flowing out. You're like, holy shit. This is going to be the most amazing thing I eat today. Now make a perception check.
I'm not using you, you fucking asshole, guys. Fucking chode.
Really?
What the fuck?
Oh my fucking god. 22. Natural 18.
Okay, so you see the meat's pretty nicely layered as well. And you kind of see a glint of red, but you think it's just ham or something. You're really excited about this sandwich. Like, you are stupidly excited to stuff this thing in your mouth. Nothing can stop you. And you go and pick up and take your first bite. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm gonna fucking die. Because my dice hate me. Well, that one. Oh, finally. Not a natural 20, but the
What'd you get?
Constitution that liked me. I got an 18. Oh, fuck. What I have to roll? Constitution?
Yeah.
Do it.
Shut up, Nick.
Well, you got an 18, right?
21.
21? Okay. So you actually make it. You can add +2 to your charisma
Permanently?
permanently.
Fuck yeah. I want like 5 more of these sandwiches. This is fucking awesome.
And Thorin, you see the barmaid is now done, and also John, you do get your 2 tankards of ale. What 2 tankards did you order? There are 3 tiers. One that is about 10 gold, one that is about 1 gold, and then there's the 50 silver.
The 1 gold.
Okay, so you get the 1 gold one. You roll an investigation check.
Ooh, we're getting closer. I got 19.
Nice,
Investigation.
nice.
20. Wait, no. 20. 32. No, 33.
32. Oh, 33.
31.
31.
31.
We're bouncing around
And
here.
that's-
Okay, so you kind of smell it, and you can tell it's dwarven spirits, with a slight
Nice.
hint of something else.
I'm gonna pick one of them up. Well, I'm gonna have both of them and walk over to Tom McGraw and offer him one.
Oh, thank you, kind sir. May I ask what you bought, by the way?
Wow.
John,
I'm a sir now.
you're a man.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. Oh God. Sorry, I have so many things on my mind right now. DMing is hard. Thank you kindly, Miss Goatwatcher. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Wanna have some fun? Well, drink.
Sure. And I kind of raise my glass to yours in a cheering motion.
Oh, and it's dwarven spirits.
Good to know. I'll be a little bit light with this stuff. And my glass is still raised, by the way.
I'm gonna raise mine too.
And we clink our cups together, and I start taking a sip of my drink. I'm gonna roll a quick Constitution saving throw. Also, do you do the same, John?
Yes.
Okay, also roll a Constitution saving throw.
18.
Okay, what was your roll again?
18.
Okay, so we both pass, and we kind of take a good sip of it, and the glass is about 3/4 full now. Or are you chugging? How much do you want to drink?
I'm just gonna take like a sip like you did.
Okay. And so I'm also going to move your character to show that you are over there.
Oh, just so you know, I can't see the thing again, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have you
so-
tried clicking on my head? That might work.
I've done that.
Okay. It might just be a phone issue. I couldn't tell you much more other than that. But, yeah.
But yeah.
So we're all kind of hanging out at the bar now. John, you're in the southeast corner next to me, sitting at that bar stool. Thorn, you're still next to Melik. It is
Yeah.
your turn. The bartender is now unoccupied. What would you like to do?
Oh,
I would like to
Right.
ask her. I would like to ask her for 2 tankards of ale of the 1 gold variety and the menu.
Right. So she places 2 tankards down in front of you and hands you the menu. And she also notices me at the table and hands me a menu. And we're both flipping through. Make a perception roll.
23.
23, alright. So you see about 4 menu items that kind of speak out to you for what you want to eat. There's like an awesome steak, and I'll read the names in a bit. There's an awesome steak, there's an awesome burger, there's an awesome sandwich, and then there's an awesome soup. Which category would you like?
What?
Thorin kind of wants a steak right now because he's kind of done with what he's had to
Okay,
deal
so the
with.
steak is called, Strenuous Steak of Strength.
Genius Jacob Straight. So
Now-
triple S.
Huh?
So triple S.
Yeah, it's the Trip S. It is coming right at you.
Oh god.
She asks you, how would you like your steak?
Give it to me medium rare.
She nods and kind of scratches her chin, trying to think of the best way to make it taste good at a medium rare level. And so she pulls out this nice, and make a perception check.
19.
Okay, so you see her pull out this nice round filet mignon. And you see her put it on the table, and she's just rubbing all of these spices into it, blah, 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 and she starts making it. I'm gonna wait for my turn, or actually, I'm gonna take another sip of my dwarven ale. Let me roll another constitution check.
By the way, Slade, you are correct. Cooking a medium rare filet mignon steak is kind of hard to make it taste good without the right spices.
I know I'm right, bitch. Why do you think I said it?
I didn't think you'd actually do a little research on that, because most people don't think that with filet mignon.
James, I'm a smart person. I know food. It's like the only thing I know well. All right. Yeah, I make it with a 36, by the way, just so y'all know. In case you think I'm just making up numbers. And I took a good hearty sip. I'm about half a tankard. And I look to you, John. I'm like, so Miss Goat Watcher.
Yeah, John.
Yeah?
What made you choose to be a paladin? I mean, was it your heritage, or...
My sense of justice.
So you chose the god of justice because of the sense of justice. Wait, so hold on a second. Who's your parent?
God of wizards.
So why aren't you with her? Or him? What's their
Yeah,
name?
and, because I chose to be a paladin because of my mother.
Oh, what'd your mother do?
My mother was a cleric, and she was also, well, she wasn't with Tyr, but she was with the god of, wizards. So she wanted to become a wizard, but she couldn't find anyone that would teach her. So she got with him, and then I came about, and so I just went kind of the same path as my mother. So I became a paladin.
Interesting.
You came about, huh?
Wait, so I have a question. So you're 50% god, right?
Yeah.
If you're 50% god, and you're trying to marry a god like your mother did, does that mean that your child would be 75% god, or how does that work?
I actually do not know.
Roll a history check.
Okay.
John and the god get together, 150% god.
Are you fucking awesome? 12. Or not 12, 22.
Okay, so you barely make it. And you kind of understand that, yeah, it'd be a more powerful version of you, but it wouldn't just scale up to 75. It'd be more like around 60 to 60%.
Somewhere around.
Do you explain that to Tom McGraw, or do you just say you don't know?
I'll explain.
Like,
Like,
yeah, I guess that makes a bit of sense. Not all of the god would transfer over because it's a Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I think I like that because it doesn't really scale with it. And
Yep.
James, at this point, your steak arrives on the table.
Oh
Roll
boy,
a
here I go,
Constitution saving throw, please.
Saving, correct. Right?
Yeah, saving throw.
That's a 19 on the die. Oh boy. That is 32.
All right, so you just barely make it. Actually, no, you just barely failed it. My bad. Sorry, read wrong.
Whoa.
Your mouth
Good shit, James.
is like just drooling down your beard. Like your beard visibly darkens under your mouth. I'm gonna wait for him to come back before I continue.
Sorry, I just had to make sure what time I worked.
Yeah, so you have drool just dripping down your beard. It's darkening because of it. And the roll perception real quick.
He's just drooling. He hasn't taken a bite, right?
Yeah, he hasn't taken a bite yet.
20 modifier.
Okay, so you look at the barmaid real quick, and she's just enjoying every moment of you just staring at the food like that. Anyways, what would you like to do?
I'd like to take a sip of my beer and then start cutting into that steak and taking a bite.
Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw.
He did get Dwarven Spirits, huh?
23.
So you make it. You drink the beer, and you're like, yeah, it's what I'm used to. It's like a light beer to you, really.
Yeah.
And so you start to cut into your steak, and you're looking at the color, and it is perfectly cooked. Exactly like the scale of medium rare that you would love. That is how this steak is. And you roll a Constitution saving throw real quick for me.
Dice just wanted to fly off the table, apparently.
Tell me he just has an
Hooray.
orgasm right
23.
there.
23. So you don't make it. A single tear slowly drips down your eye. Now make a charisma saving throw.
This is the best.
22.
So you do make this throw because the charisma modifier is not nearly as needed in this one. But you suck your tear back up into the tear duct and you just kind of wipe it away and like, not
Get
today.
back in there.
And so, do you go to eat the steak?
Yes.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
I just
Actually,
wanna
no.
see the-
Roll a strength saving throw and a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, 2. Oh, God.
I just want to see him sit there and start bawling.
Okay, so my first
Over-
one is a 28 for the strength
Nice.
and a 32 for the constitution.
Nice. All right.
I rolled really high.
You get to add 4 points to your strength modifier
Permanently?
Ooh.
permanently.
Oh boy, your boy just became even stronger.
Cool.
Damn.
And now Tom McGraw's looking at the menu, and let me just roll perception and see what I see real quick. That'll do. So I flipped to a section that nobody else had really looked at. And I look up at the bartender and I close the book and I set it down. I'd like the savage souffle, please. She goes, that'll be a while. Would you like a drink before I do that for you? And in fact, all of you should order a round before I start this, because it'll take a moment.
I order another
Sure.
round.
So we all buy ourselves drink. James, what are you buying for yourself?
The same amount that I've been drinking.
Okay, so you get another Dwarven Spirits next to your half-full mug. Nick, what are you
Dwarven
ordering?
Spirits.
Okay, so you're getting a full Dwarven Spirits as well. Next to your half-full beer mug.
How much is the Dwarven Spirits again?
1 gold.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And, that's gonna get cut out of the video. Anyways.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Mom came in to fucking bitch at me. It was stupid. Anyway, so Tom McGraw orders a good shot of whiskey. And, John, what do you order?
The 10 gold one.
Okay, so you order the 10 gold one. Roll an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. That's back here. 30.
Okay, so you're pretty cautious of this ale because you've heard some stories from the other paladins, and you kind of like start really high from the drink and start to go lower as you smell it, and you stop almost immediately as you start moving, and you smell Dragon's Ale. You saved yourself from making a
It's like, oh, dragon. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
Dragon's Ale.
Fuck.
You'd be
Oh,
dead
well.
if it were God's Ale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, actually, you
Yeah.
might live because of your race, but we'll see. We'll see when you get there. But you have Dragon's Ale.
I'm gonna ask for a shot glass or two. I'm gonna start pouring these things in shot glasses.
She nods and she puts 2 shot glasses down.
Can I try and slide a hand one after he pours them?
I was just about to offer anyone if they wanted one.
Oh, if you're going to offer, then I'll take them because I'm like, I'll try that.
I'm gonna be like, anyone want to take a shot?
Yeah, so John, you
Alright.
pour 2
will.
shots, and I take my shot real quick. Let me roll my Constitution savings. Yeah, got it. I take my shot real quick, and I place my shot glass down next to the 2 other shot glasses. I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
Okay. I pour 3 shot glasses. I raise my glass up.
I take my glass, and James, you kind of wander over to grab your glass, and you kind of stumble a little bit because you're a little drunk and dwarf.
Yeah.
So you stumble up, and I hand you your glass full, and we all kind of look. Well, you would be raising your glass, and me and John are lowering ours.
Yeah.
And we clink our glasses together. Now, does everybody go to take their shot?
I'm
I
going.
took mine.
I take mine as well. So everybody make a Constitution saving roll.
LFL. I got a little worried. Goddamn. Wait, you gotta. Okay.
Where'd it go?
Oh, I rolled real bad. I rolled a 20 modifier.
Where the fuck is my camera? Give me a second. Slade.
What? Oh, yes.
Jesus.
Natural 20, boys.
So you down it,
Hmm.
and you're like, I mean, I heard Dragon's Ale was pretty strong, but it wasn't really anything to worry about. I could just drink in the glass. You set your shot glass down. I shoot mine, and you watch me go like, I look up and blink a little, and I take it pretty solidly. James, you take yours. And you just
Is he out?
feel your throat on fire and your stomach burns bad. Take 5 psychic damage.
Not surprised.
I'm gonna ask if he's okay.
I'll be fine.
I'm gonna look
Just
concerned
need
at him.
More ale.
I'm gonna pour 3 more shots.
So, James, let me just roll a perception check.
Me?
No, James.
Oh.
You're pouring the shots right now.
I rolled 23.
You can tell your vision is a little blurry on the edges, and you know you're getting pretty damn drunk, but you know you can keep going a little bit longer.
I think I'll call out after this one shot and then stick to my Dwarven spirits. They do almost nothing to me.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
look at Tom and ask if he still wants another.
I tip my hat. Of course I do. And the barmaid quickly turns around, just a quick second, and you see the souffle is like in the pan, ready to go.
Yeah.
And she places another shot glass down, turns around, and gets back to her work. And so, you pour the 4th shot glass, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you pour the 4th shot, and you slide it, roll a quick sleight of hand.
Gotcha.
Can't wait
Oh,
for him to roll that one.
Oh my fuck, that was so goddamn close.
What'd you
I'm
get?
getting such good rolls today. I actually got a 19, but sleight of hand 12. Alright, not 12, 22.
Okay.
Yeah,
I rolled a
negative.
19, 12.
So, you slide the shot coolly, and it just spins as it goes in a straight line in front of the Goliath, and just stops right in front of him.
Yeah.
Nick, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Nick's character looks over. Whoa!
Oh,
In amazement, like what the fuck?
You say Constitution, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I get 18 then.
Okay. So you kind of not an approval, but you don't gain too much respect for John yet. Add. Oh, by the way, so go into your character notes. This is going to be a
Damn it.
thing for all of us. Go into your character notes and add +3 respect for John. Or you can call him Miscoat Watcher or John, whatever works best for you to remember. Because we're going to have reputation with factions in this, and it includes with us.
I like it.
We are currently on the friendly level. If we get to best friends, awesome, but yeah.
So you said 4?
3. Add 3 out of 100.
Fuck yeah, I got respect. Respect goes a long way.
Respect. Come on, John.
Yeah, like, so if you do certain actions to try to be cool or try to, you know, or if you go out of your way to do something for another character, then you might get a little bit of extra stuff. I'm just saying, you know? Anyways,
Really?
And I
Yeah.
already have some respect for you because you shot right next to Nick's head a while ago. Well, that was in Corey's campaign, but
yeah, so,
Yeah.
John, we're not going to count the things from Corey's game quite yet. Maybe later if I feel like it, but yeah.
okay.
So, Nick, you kind of shuffle over to where the dwarf is so you can be with the rest of the party to clink glasses.
Okay.
So you and the dwarf are close together, and me and John are just still sitting in our seats because we have that privilege.
Okay, well, I'm gonna, fucking
'Kay.
down my shot then.
Well, no, well, like
Crouch down.
yeah. So we all go to clink glasses, and we all lower our arms for the dwarf again. But you see, like Nick, kind of like bending over and lowering his arm.
He's all like fucking like laying down just to clink.
Yeah, and so y'all hear a clink, and everybody, if you're
Up,
taking your
down.
shots, roll your Constitution saving throw.
You sure I don't have the crouch for James?
I did say you had a slouch over.
Practically
it's
crouch.
fine.
Constitution. Right? If I'm-
Uh huh.
Save or
Oh,
mod?
shit.
Constitution save.
Oh, I've been doing this wrong the entire time.
Yeah, you're making saving throws with a lot of these.
I got
wow.
a 30 altogether.
All right,
25.
45.
1 sec.
25.
Damn. Your Constitution is a
John,
lot
how'd
higher
you
than
do
I thought.
that?
What?
John, how the hell did you do the camera thingy?
Oh, you have to. Wait, I can do it. I'll be right back. I'm going
You're
to
good.
Nick's room.
You
I
getting
got
out?
to 20?
Yes.
Oh,
So
but
Slade, he said 25. I don't know if you double heard him on that.
that's Nick's.
I heard 45.
Yeah,
I
I know
said
he got
20.
25. So I'm clearing it up.
Okay, that's less impressive.
I rolled a 17 on my die.
No, you're not popping up on there as a camera.
Yeah.
It's loading right now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, John turned it off.
Oh, never mind. John
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, right there. Natural 20.
Oh, did you get another one?
That's Nick's.
That's me.
Oh,
I
okay.
actually did it.
Yay! So Nick, you take this like
Hooray.
a champ.
I want another one.
James, what did you get again?
30.
You also just nothing. You see me take this one,
Dang.
and I just like, yeah, whatever. It caught me by surprise the first time. I'm ready for it now. And John, what did you get?
25.
So this one hits you a bit more unexpectedly, and roll a perception check.
Oh my fucking god.
Please that one. Please that one.
Do it.
Oh my god, if my camera wasn't so
Oh my god.
God damn it.
So
Fuck
you took that
James.
shot and you kind of felt it like burn a little bit, but you're looking around and you're not feeling that drunk still. All right. So everybody passed that round pretty well, and James, you passed, so you feel like you can still go for another round if you wanted to. Do we go for another round?
I go
I'll
for another
go.
round if I feel
Me
like it.
too.
If my character feels like it.
Okay. So
Does he feel like it?
we all clink our glasses together. The hilarious sight of Goliath having to bend over and clinking the glass with the dwarf is just too good. If you'd like to try not to laugh, you can roll a Constitution modifier, but if you're fine with laughing, we all have a little chuckle.
I'm fucking laughing. I'm
laughing.
getting drunk, so I'm laughing. I'm not gonna hold the shit
Yeah.
back.
So, we clink our glasses. Does everybody take their shot?
I'm taking it.
Alright. Nice.
I'm taking it as well, by the way.
Oh, not so good. That's a 24.
John, that was the best thing ever. I'm turning into Corey.
Nat 20
Is that
yet
another
again.
natural fucking 20? He did!
I threw it at the freaking Fanta bottle and it fell after I was looking for the other one.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, he got another natural 20. If you want me to put up the camera, I will.
Yeah, camera it for me.
Slade, where the fuck did your dice go?
Move your phone.
Don't use my
No.
dice. Fuck you.
I've been using your dice.
I don't know if you can see that.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice.
With your fucking pink one, too.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Fucking camera, stay off. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
So Nick got another natural 20. James, what did you get?
24.
Ooh. And John, what did you get?
A 25 again.
All right. So John, you're feeling it now, and you go to look again, and your perception is slightly blurred. You're feeling drunk. James, you're feeling drunk now. Like you're being like really courageous, kind of acting like you're all that because you're drunk.
So you're basically telling me shy person got drunk.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. Because that is your
Golden
character.
pulls out his drums and start pounding them.
Roll a performance check.
Oh my god, that fucking fell.
I'm back. Fucking phone.
Ah, god damn it. Okay, that just disappeared. Oh, great, that's not good either. That's a 16.
So you're kind of playing the drums to a good beat that you can think of in your head, but to everybody else, it just sounds like you're kind of just tapping along to
I'm gonna applaud
some
drunkenly.
random thing.
Really
So, like-
applauding drunkenly. Yeah.
He's certainly quite the musician. Tell you that much. And at this
You know
point,
how drunk he can play.
the barmaid walks over to me with my souffle, and I'm looking at this thing, and it is just perfectly raised. The outer crust a nice golden color, and I need to make a Constitution saving throw. I make it. So my mouth doesn't quite like water, but like you can see a little line of drool, just like, and you know I'm in love with this thing. And so I go to cut into it, and it is just soft and fluffy, and I go and put a piece in my mouth. Thank God I muted my mic. Anyways,
Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna lock my
So-
door.
So yeah, if you guys didn't
Can't-
notice, I have proficiency on all my saves because of one of my monk abilities.
I don't.
I've just been rolling really bad. I have a 13 in my Constitution save. I've just been rolling horrid.
My
All right.
highest one, I think, is a 19, and that's on the charisma on my save.
It's because you got a boost to your charisma just recently.
Yeah, it's at 20 now instead of 18.
Yeah.
All right, so I am rolling a strength saving throw, and I barely make it. So I get to add 2 points, or actually not 2 points, but I add 1 point to my critical modifier. So now I can get my crits a little bit easier.
Nice.
Yeah. So, does everybody go back to the seats, or are we doing another round here? Or do we want to talk to the barmaid?
I'm gonna say drunkly, I'm good for another round.
What would I roll to see how good I am fully?
Roll
Yeah,
an
guess.
investigation check.
Oh god.
Like, I'd be guessing. I'd be like, I'm good.
So I don't have any modifiers in intelligence. I rolled a 2 on my die.
Sorry.
Dang.
You are fucked up.
Do I know I'm fucked up?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
How bad's his vision?
The room is spinning.
I'm gonna go back
Please tell me
over
the
to
floor
my.
falls over. That'd be funny.
I'm gonna go back over to my drinks and just slowly sip them over the night with a glass of water.
Can he walk over there?
He's just stumbling. Fucking.
I can sure as hell try.
Please tell me he's walking like he has peg legs. That would be
He's
so fucking funny.
he's stumbling around in circles. He's just stumbling. Where are you going, James?
Back to my original seat, and I order in a glass of water.
You just stumble along and you arrive at your seat. And you thump down real hard. And you look up at the bartender. Roll a perception check.
Oh, please tell me I'm hallucinating as well.
Please tell me she's laughing his
I
ass.
rolled a 10 altogether.
Okay, so you look up at her and she looks like the most gorgeous girl in the world. And she doesn't even have a beard.
If only you were a dwarf. Slams his face down.
Roll a constitution saving throw.
Smack.
No.
Aw.
Not for this
I rolled
roll,
higher.
anyways.
I rolled higher than what I thought. I rolled a 32.
Okay, you make it, and you're just not turned on by humans. Now roll a another constitution saving throw.
Not as good. I rolled a 26 that time.
So you bonk your head real hard, and you look up, and your vision is like kind of fading in and out. And after a moment, you see back to your spinning world. Now, are me, Nick, and John all taking a shot again?
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
so we all have ours poured, and you no longer have to bend over when reaching down. And now me and
Yay.
John are both reaching up, so you just kind of go straight forward with your glass, Nick.
Okay.
You clink it with ours, and we shoot them up. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
I
Uh-oh.
got a 9 altogether.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I kind of rolled a 4 plus my 5 Constitution save. I mean, the regular
Hey, Slade.
Constitution.
Hmm?
Well, either one. It's nice.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay, John. No, the nat 20. So you take the shot,
What the fuck is up with you two?
and nothing
no.
happens. Nick, you take the
Fucking
shot,
Corey.
and roll a dexterity saving throw.
So
I
roll a
think
dex
Corey
save.
intimidates
Mhm.
us.
Okay, let's see.
Nick just flopped
Oh,
over.
this is not gonna be good. Oh no!
Oh
Wait,
boy.
can
I got a whole whopping 10 together.
Can I roll perception to see if Nick's like falling over?
Hold on. Nick,
No,
what did you roll?
I rolled a 10 altogether.
Ooh. Okay, so John, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Can I partake in this roll?
No.
Damn.
You may make a perception check to even see if anything is happening.
Unnatural 20.
I
So
got
you see
24
he's
to see
falling.
if anything
Make a
happens.
dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
If you want to save him. If you want to watch him fall,
Yeah,
then
I'm gonna-
just sit there and laugh,
I'm gonna try helping him. Save, right?
Yep.
21.
21. All right. So you go to catch him and you dive down. And you just barely stop him from hitting the wood, like his head against the wood flooring.
Okay.
Nick, you were passed out.
Yay!
Please don't
You
put
may
him in
make
a coma for
one
9
last
days.
Constitution saving throw.
Please don't put him in a coma for 9 days.
Find me a hammock. Hang me like a tree.
I'll hang you like other ways.
I'll hang your mama.
I'll hang your grandmama.
Ooh.
That's the fucked up thing. All I have to do is pick James's mother up in the game, and I'll be hanging you like that. Short people.
Tall
Anyways,
people.
so yeah, you catch Nick. Nick, you make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Consultation, huh?
Constitution.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
I got 11.
Oh wait, Nick, you get Wait, never mind. It's charisma.
Yeah. So Nick, you're knocked out for the night.
Yay. I can
That
see
check,
it.
by the way,
so
if you had
true.
passed it, you would have woken back up immediately, just really groggy, like you just blacked out for a second.
Just sit the fuck up.
I'm gonna ask the barmaid for a room.
She
Please
smiles
let
and
me lose
is like, all right,
memories.
that'll just be 5 gold.
I gave her 5 gold.
Okay, so you place 5 gold on the table, and she hands you over a key. Make a strength check. And I'm going to roll in on this as well.
Well, I was just gonna get the key and ask which room it was and ask someone for help, but okay, it works. Slade,
Hmm?
if my phone will cooperate with me.
It's a not something.
Yeah, I got another natural 20.
All right, so me and you pick him up, no problem. He is light as a feather. I'm grabbing his fucking feet at this point just to stop it from banging up and causing you some disturbance.
This is my favorite dice now. I love you.
And we head up the stairs with him, and I'm not going to bother moving all the portraits because I'll just be moving his as a demonstration. And we kind of take him upstairs pretty quickly, and we throw him into a room. So Nick is in a room in bed right now, sleeping.
Want me to put the key next to him, or
I just
What
nod and
am
be
I
like,
doing
yeah,
about
throw it on the
gold?
nightstand.
is there? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put it on the nightstand. Close his door.
And as we
slowly,
shut the
don't-
door, we go back downstairs. We didn't really get a good look at the room, by the way. That's why I'm not drawing it out right now, because I can.
Hey, Slade, what am I
Hmm.
dreaming about?
You're gonna have to
And
wait for that roll, sir.
Ooh, the hippopotamuses. You're dreaming about flying on hippopotamuses.
I will tell you later,
My
sir.
whole dream is just me answering questions for the stupid dragon just in my head.
So, John,
Every
you and
time
I
wake up-
are back down the stairs. Where would we like to sit? By the way, make a perception check.
Me?
James.
Okay.
Alright, another one? Ah,
Actually, no. John, make a perception check on James. James, you make a
stealth,
Insight.
Right?
insight roll.
Insight? Okay.
Unnatural 20.
Dice kept fucking falling. Insight modified 20.
Okay. Now, do you want to pretend to be super... Like, do you want to show how drunk you are, or do you want to pretend to be fine?
Considering the fact that I am naturally kind of like in the drunken state.
Yeah, but you're,
mine,
like,
I
super drunk right now. Like, you are
Yeah,
more
like,
far gone than you've ever been.
yeah, I would not be able to hide that. So you
Well-
just actually have it out.
Yeah, and you are pretty boisterous right now. But do you want to try to hold it down? Like, I'll
I'm
give
gonna
you that.
try. I'll at least try.
Okay, go ahead and make a deception roll. Or a performance roll. Your choice.
I'm gonna go performance because that's my higher stat.
There you go.
28.
Okay, so you look up, and we can tell you're kind of drunk. Yeah, he's a little drunk, but he doesn't look too bad. He can probably go another round or two. And so I look over to you, and I'm like, hey, Miss Goat Watcher, where do we want to sit ourselves now that Melik is upstairs? It seemed like you were avoiding him at first.
How about the booth down in the right bottom corner?
Sure. And so we head down there, and you just see Tom McGraw like take the back seat near the door, kind of instinctively. That's
I'm gonna
Tom
sit
McGraw.
next to Tom.
And
Or not.
Thorin, I need
You
you
should give it-
to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
23.
Okay. So your vision goes dark for a second, then you wake back up, and you almost fell asleep on the table. What would you like to do?
Is the barmaid right next to me at all, or is she busy?
Yeah, she's just kind of hanging out, you know, watching the patrons, make sure that nobody's coming in to try to steal or cause trouble.
Miss Barmaid, can I get a room at all?
Oh, yeah, sure. And so she tells you that the rooms are 50 gold. What would you like to do?
Pay 50 gold and get a room.
So you give her 50 gold, and you start heading
Wow.
upstairs,
That's funny.
and you grab a room.
That's kind of funny. You made me pay 5 gold.
Oh, I meant 5 gold, James. Sorry.
Okay.
I was like, geez, is she trying to rip the fucking drunk dude off?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. She knows dwarves are
Maybe.
generous. Okay, and where did you say you wanted to sit, by the way?
Who, me?
Yeah. You were
I
saying
was gonna sit
something.
next to you, but I thought he was coming over too. So
Yeah, no, he
That's-
he was
that's
passing out. That's why we're
Oh,
sitting at the
that's
table.
cool.
By the way, the Dragon's Ale is about
10
1/4
gold.
full.
Oh, still?
Yeah, we still have about 2 rounds between the two of us. So, like, we would each have a round.
You want to take another shot?
Sure. And so
I
I
pour
grab a
some.
glass and kind of like go to chink it.
I chink. Well, I try to chink with you.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand real quick with me.
What's my sleight of hand at? 19.
Okay, so like I kind of almost miss yours, but you correct for me and clink your glass
You
against mine.
Actually, that low?
I did get a low roll on that one. I got an 11. And
Wow.
I'm like, and I kind of chuckle a bit. I'm like, thank you there. And I go and take the shot. Are
I'm
you
gonna
taking your
take it.
shot as well? Okay. Let's go ahead and roll a
Yes.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that almost fell. Where the fuck is it?
Did you? If I didn't hear you roll that, I would have been suspicious of you.
Yeah, I would also be suspicious.
Like
if I didn't hear
you're
roll.
getting pretty fucking lucky there.
I think it's because Corey intimidates me when I'm here, so my dice are like roll bad because Corey will kill us if I don't.
There you go.
That's funny. That's what I think it is, because every
Okay.
time Corey's not here, I can roll.
So I hit mine, and you see me like kind of droop down a little bit, and I'm like, ugh. Roll an insight check. By the way, you're just still pretty drunk right now. You're not super drunk.
Yeah, insight.
Yeah, roll an insight.
Oh, covered the fucking thing. 13. 22.
Okay, so let's see if I can do this. All right, and you got a 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just barely passed this. You can tell that I have fallen asleep in my chair. My head is kind of like tipped over like my mask.
I'm gonna walk up to the barmaid and ask for another room.
All right.
Give her 5 gold. Get the key and let's go pick up Tom McGraw.
And so you roll a strength check.
Want me to re-roll or no?
What'd you get?
17.
Is that your total?
No, just my base.
Yeah, what's your
roll.
total?
Strength save, right?
No, just a
modifier.
strength check. Yeah, so modifier.
That's 20, not unnatural.
Unnatural? Okay. So you're able to kind of get me by the shoulders and you're dragging me up the stairs. You feel my boots clunking against the stairs every once in a while. But you are able to drag me up there and throw me into a room. Do you go back down to the bar or do you also just go down there to
I have
grab
to
a
go back.
key and go back to grab a room?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back down to get a key. Because I'm fucking drunk off my ass and I need to get to bed.
So you place 5 gold on the cave table and ask for another room. She's like, "Oh, are you going to bed now?"
Yeah, I'm pretty drunk.
She's like, "All right,
But it
you
was a
still
fun
have
time.
you still have about 2 more shots of that dragon's ale. Would you like to take that with you?"
Yeah.
And so you walk kind of over back to the table where you had left it, grab that and the shot glasses, and you place the shot glasses on the table and
I'm
go
gonna
back
ask if
up
I
to
could
your
take
room.
2 with me
Oh, take 2 with you? Okay.
to my room.
You ask, and she nods and she's like, "Yeah, just make sure I get 'em back in the morning." You're like, "Okay."
Okay,
And you
gotta
kind of
check.
like stumble back up and you get up the stairs and you go to your room.
Cool. I'm
Now,
gonna put the shot glass upside down next to the beer. Beer's in the middle, shot glasses on the sides.
let me just quickly draw everything so you guys can see, or at least you can see because everybody else is asleep, what the rooms are looking like up here. So the
Cool.
stairs, as you had known, came up to, oh, okay, hold on. I actually have to make a new layer.
You know what you know what I'm surprised? I
Hmm.
actually survived. I wasn't the first one to pass out.
Yeah.
And you are my favorite dice, and you are forever gonna be out of that naughty corner. Like you fucking piece of shit. Stay there. I got 3 natural ones every time I rolled with it, but that was like not for any of the actual rolls. I'll just grab it.
Until
roll.
Corey comes
Nope.
back.
Yeah, till Corey comes back, then everything's be natural shit.
Okay, I can't remove the doors very easily, so I'm not going to try and bother.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like some smaller rooms over here for like cheap guests who are just staying like a night or so.
Oh, what rooms did we get? I just fucking grabbed whatever rooms were available and just fucking went with it.
We just kind of grabbed the standard room as if we were going to be staying in the town for like a week or so, because that's what Cedric had recommended to us beforehand. Because why not?
Oh.
I'll make sense of it, sure. And so the stairs kind of come up to here. They were able to build one room there without the stairs causing too much trouble and built a railing around it. Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, I'm gonna make this a big room and leave the one shoddy room for like just quick nights. 'Cause there are some people who just go for quick nights, you know. Maybe like a
Yeah.
janitor's closet. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm still getting there. Yeah, I think I'll just be a
Yep.
janitor's closet. So
Yeah, they always
the
need a
beds
closet.
are in the corners of the room. And then there's like a little desk next to them. Doot, 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 doot. I don't know if you guys can even see this or if I'm wasting my time.
I can see all of it. Don't worry. My phone uploaded the shit.
Yay. Okay. So those are your
Digital live.
bedrooms, and you have a like desk in the corner opposite of the beds. And I'll get our characters in the places that they need to be. There's like a little lamp
Oh.
on the desks.
Just so you know, in the morning I'm gonna be pouring shot glasses, one for me and one for the dwarf because that's his morning shit. His drink.
Okay. So let's go ahead and throw everybody back into the map and move them to where they were respectively thrown. So Nick, you were kind of thrown into the room closest because the bartender rolled a good perception check on you and noticed you were going to be dragged.
Fucking heavy. Okay.
John, you end up staying near the end because you're the last to get a room, and she was just kind of giving them out as they needed to pee at that moment in time.
So I was fucking walking ish. Dumpling.
I just got to move some things. There we go. That should be one more. There we go. Okay, that way we're not mixing in with the shit in the backgrounds. Anyways, you had ended up dragging me to the room just across yours because we were the last to get that room. Like second to
Yeah.
last. And then, of course, James is in the room next to yours.
Yep.
Which he had bought and gotten up to get himself. That's why it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Next room over from the room closest. Alright. And so we all sleep for the night. We wake up at about 7, 8 a.m. It's pretty early.
Yeah, I want to wake up at 7.
Okay, so you wake
I
up at
wanna
7.
Wake up at 6,
Okay, so
if able to.
James,
Jesus.
you cannot wake up at 6 because of how much you drank last night. You are going to wake up at 8.
Damn, I was trying to do some character stuff.
Yeah, sadly, you gotta make better rules than that to do character stuff, buddy.
I'll still do character stuff.
Yeah, you'll have to do it later, is what I mean. But, Nick, do you want to wake up at 7 or 8?
9.
Okay, you wake up at...
Nine.
Actually, you wake up at 10. Just because you had
Okay,
blacked
that's
out.
even better.
Yeah, he fucking passed the shit.
And I wake up at around 7:30.
So
You're the first awake.
Yeah, I want to put fill a shot glass, put a note on it saying, "Here's your morning juice," and in James's room, and then
So are
take
you
a shot
going
of
into his room and throwing
glass down with some
putting a glass down there?
Dragon's Ale,
Okay.
and
Then you
put a
walk
note on
out.
it, here's some morning juice.
Then what?
I'm gonna save that fucking other shot. Not like the glass, but I'm gonna save the other one in a potion just cause. In a potion bottle.
So what would you like to do? You have a bit of time here.
I gotta go drop off the fucking stuff I took from the bar person, the shot
'Kay.
glass and a mug.
So you head downstairs and go back into the tavern. You see the barmaid's there, and she's kind of looking there sleepily with a cup of coffee in front of her. Her hair's a little messy. She had a long night last night. So you come by and what do you do?
I put the one shot glass and the beer mug down.
All right, so you set
Give
those
it
two
to her.
down and you slide them back to her. She's like, "Thank you," and just kind of immediately just like, "Thank you," and just ignores you and goes back to spacing out.
I'm gonna ask.
But
how
you can
her
tell she's
morning
pretty
was.
tired. So you ask how her morning is. Let me just give a quick roll. That landed in the spot where I couldn't roll it. Okay, that works. She stretches and yawns. She's like, I just pretty exhausted from last night. Didn't sleep very well, but other than that, pretty good.
That's nice. Once I got to my room, I fucking passed out.
I bet you guys were drinking pretty hard last night.
Hey, I don't get to do this very often, so I thought it was fun.
Yeah, that was a good time. I think everybody was having fun, even the players at that table. And you still see that like everybody from last night who was there still up doing whatever they were doing, but like in some people you seemed like just woken up and they were going there for their morning coffee. But the gamblers are just still going at it. Their game has been going all night and there's a huge jackpot.
So how'd your night go after we all went to bed?
Well, just serving those jackasses over there who've been here all fucking night. Ended up telling them they would be served for another 6 hours and got some sleep.
Huh.
But hey, they're good patrons. They pay well.
Those jackasses over there.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that, but I was too drunk and wasted to do anything.
Yeah, I could. If somebody could just get them out of here. I just don't want to hire anybody to come in and like rough them up because I think that would bring bad attention to my bar.
Give me a second. I'm gonna go walk over to
Yeah.
that table.
Okay, so you walk over the table, and you walk in like towards the east side of it, the north open spot, or the west side of it.
Just the fastest way there.
So you head to the east side of it at the end of the table, and roll a perception check.
You don't want to take the longest way around, Jan?
Ah! Fucking dice. Okay. Perception?
Yep.
21.
So it's not too hard to see it. They're just like three old dudes who looked like they used to be farmers, and they're kind of just like retired now. And their family that they had does most of the work. And they just kind of come here to drink, smoke, and bullshit and talk about the old days. You see, they're playing a game of cards. You're not entirely sure what the goal is, but whose background noise is that? Nick, please turn down whatever the fuck that is, or turn it off.
I can't.
What is it?
I went downstairs without turning off the mic. It's Nolan's TV.
Get out of there! Or turn off the mic!
I'm getting more food, dude. Fuck you.
Yeah, turn off the
Turn
mic
your
then.
mic down.
I am.
Okay. So you walk up to
Okay.
the... So you're looking at what they're playing, and they seem to be playing cards, but you're not entirely sure what it is. What do you do?
Are they betting?
Yeah, you see, as I said earlier, there's a huge pot on the table. It
Okay,
seems like
how
this
much
would
is it?
be the game to win.
If I had to guess, how much is there?
Around 2,000 gold. Which is a lot for
Okay,
these farmers.
I look at them and I say, if you guys leave, I'll give you each 2,000 gold.
They look up at you, and they just kind of laugh. Don't worry, girlie, we're not playing just for the money. We play because we've been friends for decades. We run the farms just south of here. You may have seen them by the Dargan. Roll a history check.
I love my dice today.
What'd you get?
Shouldn't the Dargan be
22.
like in my room?
22.
sleeping?
Okay. What?
Shouldn't
The
the
big
Dargan be?
Dargan before it died.
Yeah, but we have the baby one now.
Now, but
Yeah, but that doesn't
Yeah.
count. That's not the Dargan they're talking about.
Oh, I know. I'm saying.
Well, I mean, it
the
is
baby
Dargan,
should
but
be
they
in
don't
my
know
room.
that because they've been here all night.
Yeah. I'm talking about the baby one. Shouldn't it be in my room?
Yeah, that's in your
Sleeping
room.
with me?
It's just like, so the way you've settled your animal handling, like you still have your fucking pony and shit. They just kind of follow you around. Or you'll have like a pouch on your pony that just like is a nest for the baby Dargan. Either way. Anyways,
All right.
Yeah, we see they're playing cards, and they did that. So, what was your history roll? 22.
Yeah.
You do remember seeing the farms over there, and they're very impressive farms, and it looks like a lot of hard work was put into them.
Well, I did see your farms, and they did look very nice and a lot of hard work. But this lady's had a very hard night, and I was wondering if you guys could like hurry this up or something.
All right.
That's why I was trying to offer you guys money.
Oh, I tell you what. Here's what we like to do. We just enjoy this game because we find it fun. The money isn't the object. You match the pool and win. And we'll leave.
Okay. And what do you get if you win?
Oh, your money gets added to the pool, and we keep playing until we decide we're done.
Okay. I'm in.
All right, so you kind of go over to where the seat is by the other gentleman. Make a perception roll.
I currently like these guys at the table.
What, Nick?
I like these guys at the table. They're fucking awesome.
Oh, perception, right?
Yeah, perception or investigation, whatever is higher.
23.
23, all right.
Well,
You
said
notice
or
there's
investigation?
or investigation, whatever is higher.
Fuck yeah, I'm going for investigation.
Okay, so what's that? What's your roll with
31.
that? 31? Ooh. All right.
Yeah, I have a 12 on investigation.
So you can
Not
tell
a
they're
fucking
playing
4.
blackjack, and you push your gold into the middle as you watch this guy shuffle the cards, and you're watching every single card, and you're able to catch every detail. As he puts the deck back together, you know exactly what's going to be drawn and how it's going to be played. So, make a deception check.
Deception. Okay. Okay, there it is. 23.
Okay. They can kind of see that you're like watching the deck, but they think that you're just trying to make sure he's not cheating.
Okay.
Okay. Nick, please mute your mic, you fucking asshole.
Oh, you can hear that now.
Yeah,
Yes.
mute your mic.
No, I'm
Anyways.
good. I'm just turning it down.
Yeah, or, just go back to your room instead of sitting there in the fucking living
It
room.
is room.
I am in my room. I've been playing videos on the TV the whole night so far, and that's the first thing you heard of it.
I've been hearing
it
bits
all
and
night.
pieces. I don't know
I've been
exactly.
hearing it.
Yeah, turn that shit down or turn it off. That's what I said to you earlier, actually.
That was about no one's TV, but continue.
Regardless,
Sorry.
doesn't
exactly.
matter. So, yeah. Oh, also, I need to hide everybody who's not in the room right now, because that sounds smart. Anyway, so,
Yeah, they're scattered around the room randomly.
you're watching him deal, and you're playing out the round, and you keep naturally getting 21s every time. They shove all their money towards you, and they're just like, what the hell? How are you so good at this? What do you say?
Instinct.
They nod, and they're like, yeah, you must have a true gambler's instinct. Hope you have an excellent day. What's your name?
Miss Goat Watcher is what I usually go by.
Miss Goat Watcher. Interesting. A little strange and funny, but interesting. Well, hope you have an excellent day, and if you ever want to take those gambling skills somewhere professional, there's a town just across to another land that has the biggest gambling rings in the world. They're all completely legal, too.
Cool. So
They're
I
coming
grab,
up with a word for it. It's like casino or something stupid like that. I don't get it. I think they should call it the Gambling Bazaar.
That'd be cool. So I'm gonna take like what they put into it, and I'm just gonna push it towards them and take whatever I put into it. Take my share.
They, like, usher you to take it. Like, they are basically begging you to take the money. Like, you have earned it.
I'm good. I don't need it.
They look at you and they're like, what if you give it to that bartender over there for all the trouble we caused?
Okay.
So,
I
do you
put
take the
mine
money?
in my pocket, and then I take the money that they're offering, and give it to the bartender, and say it's from them.
Okay. And so they all clear out of the bar. Let me just go into the for it. They've all cleared out. They left. It's an empty table now. And yeah. And the shady
So how
dude is
much
gone
did she
too.
get?
Huh?
How much did she get?
She got 2,000 gold.
Okay, I didn't know if it was even or not.
You had to match their bet. Like you had to
Yeah.
match the pot.
Yeah, which I did.
Yeah, so you took your 2,000 back, you gave her 2,000.
Yeah, so I walk over and I just put the 2,000 and I say, "Here you go. It's from them, from
Okay.
causing so much trouble."
Add 75 respect for the Tavern Guild.
Tavern Guild.
Mm-hmm. Put it in your notes. And put that out of 100.
Out of 100?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
She's pretty high up there in the guild, and not only did you solve her problem for her, you gave her a lot of money because of it. That she just watched you work hard for and earn.
From Tavern Guild or?
Yeah, she's very high in the Tavern Guild, because this is the main city, so she's almost like the main tavern.
Okay.
So
And I
just
say, "This
Tavern
is from
Guild.
them from dealing you so much trouble."
She thanks you very gratuitously, and she's like, your name was Miss Goat Watcher, right? Can I ask you your first name?
Yep. Thaumasaur?
Thomas, she reaches out her hand to shake hers. She's like, I am Bertessa. It's nice to meet you.
I shake her hand. Nice to meet you too.
She's like, by the way, if you're ever buying drinks around here again, or if you just need a place to stay, the nights are going to be free, and the beer will be 50% off. And food, especially for the special day items, will cost only 5 gold.
For my friends too and my party, or just me?
Just you, for now. If you
Okay.
guys sign up with
Just
the
walking.
guild shop, then I could apply the reputation to the entire guild.
I'll sign up.
Alright, well, if you want to find that, it's just down the street from here in the southwest corner.
I'm gonna go there. I'm
Okay.
gonna say have a good day.
And
And
by
if you
this
need anything
time,
else,
it's
I'll be
about
around.
7:30. And so Tom McGraw comes walking down from his room. And he's like, hey, how's it going? Anything happen while I'm
Pretty
gone?
good. Yeah, I just helped the tavern person out,
Oh, what happened?
Clarissa. Well, the people gambling from last night,
Yeah,
they're still here and they're being like still kind of rowdy. And
goddamn.
so I bet against them, which they had like 2,000. So I bet 2,000 and beat them all pretty easily. And then whatever they left behind, I gave to her, and then
Candy.
bet they would clear out if I won. So they did.
Not. You need to practice on your storytelling skills, Miss Goat Watcher, but nice job. Quite a
I
great thing
make it
you've
short.
done there. Quite reputable. Almost justice since they'd been causing her trouble. Good job there.
Yeah.
And so you also gain another, well, Tom McGraw gains 10 respect for you.
Cool.
Okay.
For justice.
For justice! He's
I was
got a
waiting
hard
for
on for
that.
justice. By the way, you get to set what the cap is on your own respect.
I'm just gonna say like 150.
You do. So So, you fill him in on the story, and do you tell him what the innkeeper told you?
About the sign-up sheet?
Well, for the guild? Yeah.
Yeah, I tell him about that.
Oh, alright. You know, I think I saw a bunch of shops earlier that I don't really know what they were for. Where did she say the shop was at?
Down the street.
Oh, okay, I guess we
To-
could find it. And to where?
I think it's to the left.
Okay. We'll go check that out. And so me and you head out. I assume you
Okay.
want to leave, correct? Because you said you were
Yeah.
going to do that earlier before I came down. Okay. So we head out. And let's just that off, throw that on.
Oh, it's down the street and to the right. Yeah.
Oh, it's to the right?
Yeah.
Did I
it's
say
one of the
I said
mystery ones.
southeast, didn't I?
Well, you said down the street and to the right.
Okay, yeah. Southeast. Oh, that'd be southwest. There we go. And we kind of walk just like right up in front of it. And we see this big sign hanging from it. And it just shows like a big banner for like what your guild could be, and it kind of just symbolizes what the guild shop is. So it's just the shape of a banner for the guild hall. Doot, 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 doot. No, my mouse moved. There we go. So it's just a banner. And do we head
Yeah, I'll put
inside?
on it.
All right, so we head on
Yeah, I'm gonna go
inside,
in.
and do, 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 do.
Do we have to sign up for the tavern guild or just a guild?
A guild, like so we are creating our guild.
Oh, okay. I like this.
Well, all right, and let me just draw a quick scene for you. It's actually gonna be a pretty simple setup too. You see a guy behind a counter, bunch of wanted boards and tasks placed from different quadrants of the city. We're only in one of many quadrants right now.
Yeah.
We're closest to the castle, which is like the main area, which is why Cedric led us here. But you just like see a bunch of boards and different things on the walls and all these adventure type things.
Oh, just to make sure, the barmaid's name was Clarissa, right?
It was Bertessa.
Cortessa. That's close.
No, Bertessa. B-R-I.
B-R-I?
Bartessa.
Yeah, Bertessa.
Oh, I like
B-R-I-T-E-S-S-A. Bertessa. So you see a man who he's kind of got like his hair waxed over, like he's an older gentleman, and he has a goatee and a wax curled mustache.
Does he look like one of the three I got out of there or no?
What?
The gamblers.
No,
Okay.
this is a completely separate dude. The gamblers were farmers.
Oh yeah. I didn't know if all three of them were or just
Yeah, they're all farmers. They're the free farmer friends.
Y'all be the farmers.
The TFS
Okay.
for sure. Yeah.
Well,
Do you approach
gonna-
the man at the counter?
I'm gonna let you do that since you're the one that's commander of the party anyway.
All right. Hello, sir. Yes, what can I do for you? We were told that if we sign up for a guild, anything our party does will build us respect for whatever guild we're working with or whatever they're for. Yes, you can do exactly that. It'll go for your entire party. Anything they earn, you earn. Anything they discern, you lose. Of course, you can set it so that way if any party member disavows their party, that you can, give them punishment to earn reputation back. Oh, so can I make it solely on them? Indeed, they will serve a trial. Interesting. Alright. Well, we'd like to sign up for a guild. Is there a lot of paperwork to that? Yes, there are a few forms you'll need to have everybody sign that's in your party. And, you'll also have to think of a name. I recommend giving it some time for that, though. You can merely leave it as blank for now. Alright, thank you, sir. And so, we take the forms, and we head back down to the tavern. Or I
Do you
assume,
want to wake up
yeah.
the other two?
I'm gonna head back to the tavern. What do you want to
I'm
do?
following.
Okay.
I'm
And
following and talking with you, seeing if you want to wake them up or not.
We could wake them up. I don't know if it's really necessary.
Well, they are drunk off their asses, so I guess we can let them sleep.
Yeah, they do need to get some rest. I'm kind of curious as to what this building over here is for, though.
Yeah.
And, I just kind of walk up to it, heading towards the front door. And I kind of give a knock on it, and I hear just this hollow ring. I'm like, huh. And I call, anybody home? And I see some, like, scratches by the door. And for the first time in this session, you see Cedric just pop up right behind us. If I can grab the right portrait. There we go. See Cedric pop right behind us, and he runs his hand over the scratchings on the wall. And he just kind of like, you see him close his eyes because he's still a bare man, but you can tell something's not quite right.
I'm gonna ask what's wrong.
And you just kind of hear like a buzzing, but you see all of it, like a couple of the eyes on his cloak turn to you. What is your reaction?
Just kind of like glance over at him and back up to his face, like, why?
Why?
It's like, okay then.
And he
Yeah.
opens his eyes and looks over. There's scrawlings on this building that, say that it is currently vacant. It's written in the
Uh-huh.
original tongue of this land from a very long time ago. Currently, after our world merged with theirs, a lot of our souls have been not able to read what they were doing, but we taught them our language after multiple centuries of being together here, coalescing. And so,
Ah.
he explains that pretty much the entire country has switched over to use the common tongue, but there are still a few places that use this mysterious native language. And a lot of those areas are old government areas.
Is there anywhere we can learn this language or no?
I guess there are a few libraries that might be laying around. I was able to learn it through personally deciphering it and matching it with our alphabet after finding similar texts scrawled across each other.
And
It's
what would
it's
this
pretty
language
hard.
be called?
I don't know. It hasn't been really given a name to me yet. I've only learned it from myself as I've said. So, I'm not sure what the official name is.
Okay.
I can tell you what I call it.
What?
I call it Sandwichopia. Or sometimes, if I'm
Okay.
feeling more generous, Sandwichian. I like sandwiches. They're very great.
Sandwiches are pretty good.
Indeed. But anyways, this building is vacant if you guys want to check it out.
Sure.
And so the three of us walk into the mysterious building, opening the door and hearing it slam shut behind us. Wow, roll a perception check.
Got it. $19.
Okay. So you look around and hold on, I have to create another new layer. Um ah. There we go. So, the way you first see the room is it's just a giant, like, empty, basically room. Like you don't really see anything special about it. You see a couple of stairs heading up. You're like, huh, this is interesting. Roll an Arcana check. I'm gonna roll one
Ooh.
too to see if I sense it. I know Cedric's gonna sense it
Arcana.
because that's why he's here.
Arcana 22.
Okay, so you make the first part. Now roll again.
The Arcana?
Roll another Arcana.
19.
Okay, you don't make it this time, but you can tell that there's something magical about the room, and you're not sure what. Cedric notices you kind of like furrowing your brow, concentrating on it, trying to see what's up. Relax, it isn't anything evil. This magic is actually going to be quite useful to us as a group if we could secure it, which I think I could arrange with the king. But first we'd have to talk to him. And so Cedric pushes out an open paw, and you watch the staircase just jump backwards.
Oh.
And the room is now even bigger.
And I was gonna say, I love magic.
And then you
I
see
do magic.
Cedric pull up both paws and start just kind of like waving them in you don't really quite understand the pattern, but then you see what he is doing. And you watch walls just come out and form little sections. It's quite a fun spell if you learn how to do it. It's just simple magic manipulation, really. And so you watch these walls form, and you see that he can just kind of get rid of them at will as well, and he just takes all the walls away and sets the room back to the way it was. Might as well leave this how we found it, though. But,
Yeah.
if we could set this up as our guild hall, I think that'd be a really good idea. We should check in with the king for something like that.
Yeah, we should.
Right, that's an excellent idea. That way, if anybody has any special requests of us, or if we have a specific job we need doing, we could just take a look at our postings, I guess. I don't know. I think we could fit a posting board in here. Maybe get
Oh.
one of those mail guys to come by. Drop those off. Maybe a pigeon? I'm not sure exactly how that... we'll figure it out later. It's quite a bit of detail.
Oh, Cedric, are you gonna join our guild or no?
I guess I should, because I'm gonna be kind of adventuring with the group. But, I'll have to get some of my own paperwork. But he does sign his name on the ledger, but he adds, like, a special mark that you don't quite recognize. Do you ask what it is?
Oh, yeah. What are you doing?
You see, because I'm not the stranger, you can ask Cedric shit. Oh, I'm just writing a little note that explains the bit of paperwork I'm going to be giving them with this. Just let me know when you go to turn it in, okay?
Okay.
And so, Cedric kind of gives his adieus and leaves for the time being. Going off to do more stuff. Letting you guys figure out what you want to do. Do you want to exit the room, John, and head back to the tavern, or do you want to stay here and discuss it with Tom McGraw?
You think it's a good idea to make this our place for the guild or no?
I mean, if it's expandable and you can get multiple floors on it, like with what those stairs might do, then I think this would be an excellent guild hall. We can just add to it as we need, and maybe maybe we could get some furniture in here and have that bear thing do his walls, cause that seemed pretty nice. If we could get our own rooms, that way we're not staying at the taverns all the time. That'd be pretty cool. A home to live in.
I I also forgot to tell you that the barmaid she makes it so I have like percent off of stuff at her place and other places around here because of what I did.
Well, that's real neat. By the way, John, it only works at her tavern.
Oh,
For now. You will get those benefits after our guild reaches the 100 mark on the reputation. We'll unlock
Oh.
some more worldwide
you
tavern
said
stuff.
others around when you explained it. You said others around her.
Well, I
Oh,
was saying that she was higher up than
Oh.
others around her, so she has the authority to give you that much rep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because you got 75 out of 100. Because you did the little bonus event I pointed out. I was like, hey, you know what, do that.
Which I was surprised I actually was able to do. I thought I was gonna fucking fail.
Now, sleight of hand check. If you hadn't gotten that 30, you would have had to cheat a little bit more obviously.
Was I counting cards?
Yeah, you were counting cards.
Fuck.
All right. We're also 24 minutes over time. Do we want to call it here and start off the next session, or do we want to keep going?
Start off next session. Why not?
What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, call it here.
We're only 20 over. Don't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to cut some stuff out, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not. The only reason why we're over time is because I know that James, you've work tomorrow, right?
Yep.
That's why. I gotta make sure
Yeah,
James gets all his sleep.
Yeah. Gotta start making money.
So
I get
I'll
to
take
see
our
some-
characters back to the tavern. That's not what I wanted to move. This is the... I guess I'll stop recording as well. Thank you, everybody. If you enjoyed this session, please come back and watch the next one we got coming up next Friday. These are going to come out like a
Hooray.
week late for everybody else. Like, last week's session was posted this Friday, so this week's session will be posted next Friday. Onward and upward. And, yeah, hope you guys stay tuned for the fucking stupid story I made up. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
Wolf.